Go right now and use AI platform like ChatGPT, like Gemini, like DeepSeek, and several of them. Go there, type in some word and say, give me 20 most sought after skills today. You're gonna see it. How do I get the skills? You're gonna see that you go like there are tons and tons of platform out there that is giving you the same information for free. I've told people time and time again. You see, YouTube, Google, and all this AI that I've mentioned put together, they are more sophisticated than the entire universities in the world. You know why? Because all the best of the best professors that have ever taught there are now professors of emeritus are online. The best of the best professors that are teaching today in those Ivy League university, it doesn't matter if it's Harvard, it doesn't matter if it's UCLA, it doesn't matter if it's Pennsylvania, it doesn't matter if it's Brown, it doesn't matter if it's Cambridge, all of them are on the internet. And they are giving you some information that most of the time they can't even share that information inside the class, because in school there's something called curriculum. This is the way you should teach. But when they are online, they are giving you wisdom, giving you knowledge and information that they cannot necessarily share out there in the class. In other words, you have the capacity to receive a type of information that nobody can receive anywhere, even if you are in America. Only if you are willing to learn. Stop paying too much attention to what is happening in the political system. You are not a politician. Assuming God created you and gifted you to be a leader, you can't spend your life complaining about what is happening in the political system. What you do actually is to take your stake on that. Get into the political system, learn the rules. When you get to the top, you break it and you build a system that your young people will thrive in. God sent me to speak to you people to say, own up yourself, your responsibility. Forget about what people are doing out there. We know, we can see them. But the question is, for instance, if there is no government in your country or in your continent, how are you going to survive? Are you going to wait for the president to come and take care of you? As a grown-up adult or youth, you should know that common sense, I need to do things for myself. I'm not a talking drum, like I said. I'm a talking, walking drum. WORKING. There's a lot of things that I do that is not just only this particular platform, but this is basically where you're going to see my face, because what I represent is armor. The rest of the other things is something that I'm going to use to, welfare money to feed myself, to take care of myself. Because in this part of the world, like we don't value information, so to speak, in the meantime. But as time goes on, we're going to, because I've once read about Naiwo Sahon, who writes a very serious works on African and Pan-Africanism. And he was asked, how do you make money? He said he had to write children books to make money, because most of the books he has written, like The End of Knowledge, an average person can't read it because so many stereotypes and then low conscious level of understanding how the world works. We don't allow anybody to take his money to go and buy it. The idea is that if you are not updating yourself, you can't succeed. In today's world, you are like a software. Your brain is like software. If you are not updating, it's going to malfunction. I've handled this particular issue time and time again, but the idea that this guy is sharing makes a lot of sense to me. There are millions of young people in Africa, jobless young people, but there are millions of jobs on the internet looking for them. The problem is that they are not skilled. And when you ask them, why are you not skilled? They're going to tell you about the government. I'm not saying the government are exempted from this particular problem in the society, but I'm saying that you have 100% idea of what to do with your life. Government do not have that. They can put a little impediment on your way here and there. Like I know, like young people, there are some young people in the continent of Africa that are making good money from the internet, and sometimes it becomes harder for them to get a job, and it is you people that cost it. Young people, you go out there to do cybercrime, you do Yahoo, you do all of those things. You are painting your continent. You are telling them that we are not good. And in the world today, you are not living in Africa. You can't live in Africa right now. You are living in the world. Even if you want to live in Africa, you can't, the way it is now. And you must understand that this world we are living in, it is human beings that are creating your experience. The things that is going on in your head now is another man's idea. It's some people who have a superior capacity that sit down to design your whole life, and you are living, you don't know, you think it's God. That's why most of the nonsense things you pray about, you ought not to pray, because with the good initiative, you ought to get those things for yourself. Like, God, give me a car. God, give me a house. God, give me money. Like, I've never felt that victim. I've never in my life prayed for that. Give me, it's not possible. God has already given you the brain. Expand the brain, grow the brain, make the brains fruitful, and it's going to yield results. You see what I mean? So you must understand how the world works in the present time. The time that they were creating the internet, you people in Africa weren't part of the equation. They created it based on their own people. There are two ways you can beat that. Either join them or create something superior from the experience of your own people. And if you can't create something that can match the experience of your own people, you must join them. The next phase of internet is merging, and we don't even know. You see biotech, you see robotics, you see artificial intelligence. Are you taking your stakes on that? Or are you complaining about neocolonialism? Or are you complaining about slavery? Or are you complaining about the cutting away of your resources? Those things I can see. I can see better than you. I've read about them. I see them 24/7. But I can't allow all the potential that God weeded inside of me before birth to die out because the government are not doing the necessary thing. As a matter of fact, if I believe that they are not doing the necessary, I should sit up, study, read, and get myself into the political system and change it by myself. That's what we should be thinking. As a young man out there right now, stop complaining about job. Tell yourself, I'm not living up to the time we are in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go learn a new skill. I want to learn copywriting. I want to learn Facebook advertising. I want to learn Google advertising. I want to learn how to produce, create content like videos or writing on my own. Do this thing for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Your whole life will be set up. The problem that you have, short-term memory and short vision problem. You want it now. To make success in life, material success, is predictable. What do? You design a blueprint for yourself. You say, this thing I'm going to do it 24/7 for the next 10, for the next 5 good years. If it's not producing result, then I'm going to go into other thing. Let me see that you now start saying, I'm going to go and learn Facebook advertising. You spend 5 years to master Facebook advertising, money will be chasing you up and down. You spend 5 years to master coding and designing of app, money will be chasing you all around. You spend all of those things to understand copywriting and all of that. Money will be, there are tons of other things, video editing, graphics. The world is changing. Go and learn, upskill yourself. Don't bury all your life on your certificate. If people cannot see the result that is coming out of the certificate, they can't reward it. Let me tell you, certificate alone simply means I'm not a quack. There's nothing special about it. In your society, you are not told this thing, but I'm here to tell you, that's why God sent me to you people. There's nothing special about certificate. It simply means I am not a quack. I'm an expert in this field. Remove that, there's nothing. The real education, knowledge, information, skills is you in particular. How has it transformed you? You say that you studied economics in school. How has that thing translated to the life you are living? You can't tell me you are studying economics and you know nothing about how economics works. You can't live it through your skills. Nobody can reward that. That is the problem in Africa. I've spoken about this thing in another video. Why the problem in Africa is that we have millions of graduates and then we have more universities in Africa than in Europe, yet nothing is happening because we are not converting skills. We are not training people who can convert their knowledge into skills, and that could be rewardable. Nobody is going to reward anything that is intangible. They can reward it, they can reward your speed, but then people must reward it when you can convert it to be tangible, something that they can earn from. That is just a fact. You ought to understand this thing. You are now living in a global village, and the language spoken today is global, digital, and connectivity. For that meaning, this video I'm doing right now, someone in anywhere in the world, in Shanghai, China, someone in Osaka, Japan, somebody in Berlin, Germany, somebody in America, Silicon Valley can see this video. As a matter of fact, the president of America in White House can see this video, can watch this video, can take interest and comment on this video. And if I have a product or information that I want to sell and I ask them to go and buy, if he feels that he loves the knowledge and the information that I'm sharing, he could go there, put in his card and buy it. I'm spending the money of the head of state of America, the president of America. From here, I'm seated in the village now. This is village I'm in the village, but I can reach to the end of the world. But if I'm not creative enough to transform my skill, my knowledge, my information into skills that will be rewardable, like the video I'm doing, there's no way nobody gonna find me. I can be the best speaker in the world and nobody's gonna find me. I can be the best person who can do the best copywriting, can persuade people to buy something. If I don't bring it out there, nobody's gonna be aware that it existed.